What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here for Locked On Reds, and we're going to do another unboxing, whatever. I know that they're called card breaks, but I'm not really selling them. I'm keeping them. So I guess it's just an unpacking. But we're going to go through and, maybe talk about a couple of the players that I open up here in the pack. So we got Allen and Ginter. I thought these looked really cool, and I haven't opened them. And there's only 6 cards in the pack, but hey, 1 to 5 if there's something really cool. So let's see what we get. Only the second time doing this. What we got here? Ooh, another Brady Singer one. I think I got one of those in a Topps update pack, but yeah, I got a Brady Singer. Allen and Ginter. No, that's right. It was somebody else. But Brady Singer looks to be a really interesting young pitcher. I actually know a little bit about him because of fantasy baseball, having him on a couple of different fantasy teams over the last year at least. And, going to be interesting for the Royals moving forward for him. Shout out to our good buddy Rylan over at Locked On Royals. We got Mark Burley. Didn't quite make it into the Hall of Fame this year, but I think he stayed on. Yeah, he got enough votes to stay on the ballot for this next go-around. Couple of nice, perfect games, or at least no hitters. I think he threw a perfect game. Former Reds prospect. There we go. Yasmani Grandal. Remember that trade? Reds get Matt Latos, and they had to trade Grandal, and really we thought the other players in that trade were a little bit more substantial, like Brad Boxberger and Yonder Alonso, but Yasmani Grandal definitely has had the best. Brad Boxberger's still around. In fact, I think he's a free agent, but Grandal definitely has had the best career of those guys. We got a little guy. There we go. We got a Luis Robert. And that? Yes, Luis Robert. Tiny one. What if that means anything? Doesn't really have a signature or anything. Commemorating the picture cards brought to you in the year 1887. Hey, I'll take that. Oh, there we go. Hall of Famer. Big Poppy. At least he got in. At least we weren't talking about another Hall of Fame class with nobody in it. I know that a lot of people had problems with the fact that he was the only one that was getting in, and you weren't putting in Bonds, and you weren't putting in Clemens, and you weren't putting in Schilling, and a couple of other guys that deserved it. And there's still people that have a weird hang-up about designated hitters. Guess what, folks? It's here to stay. If you got a problem with designated hitters, guess what? National League's getting it this year too, so sorry about your luck. But yeah, good Hall of Fame card there. Ooh. That's a good one. Steve Carlson. You gotta love that. The final episode of Seinfeld. Works for me. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? Alex Kirilloff, starting with a rookie card. I know Nash Walker's been talking a lot about him. Possible chance for the Twins to extend him and avoid all the arbitration years and things like that. I love how all the stats are written out on this too. Let me see. Can you see that? Kind of. Right there. Yeah, focus in. Stats are written out. Very classy. It's the classy baseball card. Eloy Jimenez. This has been a dude that I feel like he's starting to break out maybe, but he's just had injury issues. But I don't think he played whenever the White Sox were here in Cincinnati, if I'm remembering right. I mean, it's hard to forget the fact that, Dylan Bundy just absolutely, or not Dylan Bundy, Dylan Carlson. Dylan something. Man. How about I remember the name? Hard to forget. Yeah, I just forgot. Tommy Lasorda. R.I.P. Legendary manager. And pretty good catcher, too. Ooh, another little one. We got here. Getting a lot of Royals. Chris Bubich. Tiny card. I think the Reds faced him this past year. Wish I could remember how that went. However, I'm pretty sure any left-handed? Is he left-handed? Yep. So I can only imagine that went poorly. He's a lefty. Arboreal Appreciation. I got a baseball card for Holly. And not Holly Flax. Well, how about that? Oh, and there we go. Braylon Marquez. Don't know a whole lot about this dude. Only 45 minor league games. How about that? I have to hold on to that one. Shout out to Andrew Bellis and a Locked On Cubs. He could probably tell me a little bit more about Braylon Marquez. But yeah, got a rookie card there. No Reds. Would have been nice to get a red out of that. But just thought I'd do this again. Every so often we'll open up a pack or two and see what we get and just talk about the players that open up, because it's fun to talk about other players sometimes. Not necessarily something I get to do a whole lot when we're just, focused on the Reds, especially some of the random ones that I pick out of the pack. Braylon Marquez. When am I ever going to talk about him? Although the Reds will probably end up facing him in the future, so we'll probably talk about him then. Anyway, until next time, we'll see you.